Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Tigran. I'm the CEO and founder of AML Incubator, a fractional compliance outsourcing firm from Canada. Today, I want to briefly touch base on the benefits of outsourcing compliance. A lot of people don't know what that is and what the benefits of outsourcing the compliance is. We want to actually talk about it, and we will put this on the public domain so everyone has better understanding of what is it entails. Please keep the questions to the end, or just email us after, or you can also message us on Telegram, and we have other means of communication as well available. Just go on our website, amlincubator.com, and let us know if you would have any questions. You can reach out, and I would be more than happy to answer them. Okay, so before we start, I just want to simply mention that the content provided today should not be deemed legal advice. I will be sharing information based on our experience, and therefore it can be different based on the size and complexity of your organization. Again, feel free to let us know on the side if you would have any questions about what we talked about today, and we can assess whether it's very relevant for your organization or entity. I don't know if anyone loves compliance. Every fintech, every reporting entity, any entity that is involved in compliance, it needs compliance department. They would always say that it is a cost-bearing department. But that's not the case, actually. We at the AML Incubator, we love compliance. A lot of people hate it. I don't know why. Because maybe it's too complex, maybe it doesn't really generate revenue, but that is not the case. I want to talk about it today, okay? We at the AML Incubator, we love compliance. That's what we do for a living, and we have been doing this for a very long time for many reporting entities, including foreign exchange dealers, payment processors, crypto companies, dealers of virtual currencies, companies that are within the crypto realm, like DeFi, DAOs, and so on. Important to compliance now. Very soon you will be forced to. So for those delaying compliance, you won't be able to run a fintech without it, and in some jurisdictions you already can. So aside from the fact that you would be involved in a unlicensed activity, which is in certain jurisdictions illegal, you are looking into hefty fines, reputational damage, and or even imprisonment in some of the jurisdictions. So the question is always a strong internal compliance team or reliable outsourced compliance partner. It hasn't to be a burden. Okay, both works. So if you have an in-house compliance team, it's good. You're doing what you need to do. If you are a company that is involved in early stages of the startup, okay, and you don't have the proper budget or expertise by any means to hire a full-time staff, compliance outsourcing is the best option. Okay, needless to say, many don't know, but even if you're a well-established company, compliance outsourcing still benefits you in the long run. Okay, so having the right compliance in place, let's agree on that one, is a strategic advantage. And it's actually, like we have written down here, it's a door towards a global expansion. Okay, let's go forward and talk about in detail a bit more, okay? So as you know, for many reporting entities, compliance is not only a requirement, it is a strategic advantage for your company. If you have a proper compliance in place, you will be able to, first of all, increase your valuation of your company. Second of all, you would keep your company safe from unforeseen circumstances, like regulatory non-compliance. You will be able to decrease direct loss for your company because compliance does all of that, and protect your company in general. Okay, so another thing is that we need to mention is when you have a proper compliance in place, your clients actually trust you more. Okay, envision this: you have an investor that would like to buy massive amount of crypto. Guess what? They are not going to go to a crypto platform that is unregulated, registered in the middle of nowhere. They would go to the ones that have a prestigious jurisdiction that they are working with, knowing that, knock on wood, something was wrong. They would be able to reach out to the regulators and get some attestation and or help. That is why having a compliance in place is actually a right thing to do for your company. It is as I have mentioned, a strategic advantage. Now, another problem another instance that I would like to mention here is as follows. A lot of companies don't know, but if you're investing $100,000 in your compliance, you're technically avoiding about $1 million direct loss for your company in the future. Okay, so non-compliance is costlier than having a compliance today. This is very, very important. So if you have invested a bit in your compliance from early stages, from the beginning, you will be able to avoid massive amount of costs in the future by being non-compliant. Administrative monetary penalties in some of the jurisdiction can go up to $20 million, like we have seen recently here in Canada. KuCoin, I think it was KuCoin or OKX, one of them, got dinged with a $20 million fine. Okay, let's go forward. So in Canada, in most jurisdictions, it can be very expensive. For example, an average salary of a compliance officer or someone involved in a compliance department that has some experience actually surpasses $100,000 in salaries per year. For the whole team, minimum $500,000. Okay, scaling issues is very, very, very difficult when it comes to the cost associated with in-house compliance. So you are growing bigger, you need more people, more automation, more tools, more tech, and all of this adds up together. Okay. Another problem that we currently have in Canada, specifically for crypto firms, for example, or dealers with virtual assets, is that there is a lack of talent. Not a lot of people understand or know how to do this. Okay. Yeah, these are the main points here that I wanted to mention, and I want us to have a look here right now why outsourcing makes sense at this point of time. So outsourcing compliance offers a strategic advantage in all aspects by providing expertise on demand, cost savings, and scalability. So, for example, you outsource your compliance department to a reputable firm. What would happen is, in case something goes wrong, it's okay. You can scale down by just saying to the compliance firm, hey, I don't have a lot of things happening. I lost my accounts. We don't have any transactions. We need to put a pause on it, okay? While compared to in-house, you need to fire people, okay? And or not being able to pay them. Another thing is the positive side. Let's assume you grew exponentially. Everything goes really well, and you need to scale your compliance. Instead of spending time on hiring full-time people, finding an unmet talent that does not really exist these days, right? You can simply tell your compliance outsourcing firm, hey, we need to scale. We need like 10 more people. And it's easier for the compliance outsourcing firm to bring them. You're not involved in the whole process of hiring, firing, training. It's all on the compliance outsourcing firm, okay? Now, let's talk about it. Again, the key advantages of outsourcing the compliance is cost. It's much more cost effective. It's probably 30% of the price of compared to when you're hiring in-house. It's scalable and flexible. You can, increase the team to 100 people like within a week. You can decrease from 100 to 10 people within a week. and it won't really impact you. And the most important aspect of it is that you have access to specialized experts. Majority of the companies that hire AML Incubator, for example, that are already established, they are not hiring because of the cost effectiveness. They are hiring us because we have expertise in a specific area that they don't know how to do. And interestingly enough, majority of the time, we end up actually working alongside with an internal in-house team. So we come in and we act as an addition to the team that is already in-house. Okay, let's move forward. So those are some of the countries that we currently have offices technically. As you can see, it's across the globe, kinda. This is very strategic for AML Incubator because we would need to provide 24-hour coverage for our clients. And it's not 24, it's approximately 16 to 17 hours because we like to have some rest as well, but it's still enough. So currently we operate in USA, Canada, Poland, Dubai, and Australia. And we have offices across, and we have staff members there that we can scale up and scale down as soon as is required for our clientele. And we can have 24/7 technically coverage per day. Okay, let's talk a bit about the AML Incubator. AML Incubator is a fractional compliance outsourcing firm, one of the fastest growing here in Canada. We have started recently coming out of the shadow and doing these webinars, explaining everyone what we do. And the model that we currently operate with is an incubator model. Okay. We are not a traditional compliance outsourcing firm. What we actually do is we come in, we build your department, we make sure it's effective as it can get, okay? And we hand it over back to you. This is what the best way we do believe the value proposition from a compliance outsourcing firm can get. So you don't need to keep us for a very long time, okay? Long run is not required. So when we come in, we bring in our experts, we look into the gaps, we understand what the problems are within that department. We quickly fix them for the department and for the company. We test it out, we look into if it works, we watch, and we hand it over back in-house. That's what we usually like to do. However, majority of our clients would like to keep it, always like to keep us. They don't really want to let that go. And we have clients that are with us almost 3 years right now. Even though we have built all the department, it works really well. We hired in-house people for them as well, but they're scaling, they still want us, right? This is totally normal. We always give the choice, but the incubator model is what matters. We come in, we build, we automate everything. We make it as effective as possible. We make the department as a strategic advantage for the company, and we hand it over. And yeah, as I have mentioned, we build and optimize, train and hand off. And we have companies that simply outsource and forget. So they just would keep their department to us and would say, AML Incubator is our department, run it, let us know once a month if everything is okay or not. And we have clients that do that as well. All of these models are available, but the incubation is what matters. And incubation applies in each single one of them because we need to be able to hand over the department at any moment whenever the client wants, and it has to work like I thought. Okay, potential downsides and how to mitigate them. A lot of our clients and potential clients and partners always raise this. Well, when we outsource, we have a loss of control. That's not the case, actually. You don't lose the control, okay? Opposite. The way this is structured is that whatever we build it for you, okay? And you have all the keys to the doors. What we simply do is we just make it effective, and you can just come and take it over at any time as you like, okay? As far as you pay us on time. and run it yourself. This is the whole idea of the incubation. Another thing is that they're constantly stating that, hey, there might be a data security risks. This is very easy to mitigate. We would typically work on the drives of the client. We won't really bring or take anything from them. We will just come in and we will plug it in as a vendor, and we'll do the work on their files, and they can actually see what we do, how we do, and also control as to what is happening with the data. Additionally, our company is taking measures soon to be announced by the end of the year, which would make our company to be more secure when it comes to data, and it would be announced. Okay. Canadian perspective, a strategic getaway to global markets. Money services businesses in Canada are free to outsource compliance as long as the compliance providers is also compliant. Why Canada? Canada is one of the launch pads these days that a lot of fintechs choose to come and to start their business. It's a friendly jurisdiction. It has capabilities for banking infrastructure, and it has a good reputation worldwide. So Canadian MSBs are very, lucrative way for you to start your operations within the fintech. Okay, it is affordable. It has a clear regulatory path for registration and authorization, and a lot of people worldwide choose Canada as their hub. However, registering a money services business in Canada is the easy part. Maintaining it is not fun. There are 5 things that you require with the regulator here in Canada to have an effective compliance program. Number 1 is a written compliance program. Number 2 is a competent compliance officer or an individual that is responsible for your written compliance program that has to be competent, okay? Next thing is the risk assessment of your business, a training, and last thing is effectiveness review with Quality in Canada, which is an external or internal audit to test the effectiveness of your program once every 2 years after your first transaction was conducted. So all of this is not easy. Okay, for someone that is even in the compliance, they might have a hassle to effectively meet these obligations, and this is where we come in. It's very simple for us to do, as we have done it many times. We really can build all of that within 6-month period and hand it over back to any company these days. So. Canada isn't just a gateway to North American market. It's a gateway to doing business worldwide. As I have mentioned, a Canadian MSB license grants access to hundreds of countries, with some exceptions. Simply registering an MSB in Canada can boost your company's valuation before you even process a single transaction. That small authorization that you're allowed to conduct activity as a money services business for your company boosts your valuation of your company. Okay, and you can sell this license separately, actually, just because you have it. Okay, registering an MSB in Canada. Steps to registering as an MSB in Canada is business entity formation, FINTRAC registration. This is the regulator compliance program setup, ongoing reporting and audits. And how we simplify this as an outsourcing compliance firm. While a competent internal compliance professional could handle this, it requires deep regulatory knowledge and constant monitoring. Outsourcing to AML Incubator ensures everything is done correctly, effectively, in full compliance, and the most importantly, quick. Okay, so you won't be waiting for 9 months in order for you to get your authorization to start your operation. So AML Incubator, this is us, specializes in all compliance outsourcing services, ensuring businesses can launch and scale without compliance-related obstacles. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I don't know if anyone would have any questions. If you do, we have completed this significantly earlier than expected, so we can stay on the call to answer some of them. Seems no questions. All right, thank you very much. Please note that we will put this in the public domain on a YouTube or LinkedIn, so everyone can actually have a look into what we have talked about. Appreciate everyone coming in, and have a great day. Stay compliant.